Hi, I'm Lori Betts. Welcome to the Golden Years. This month we are interviewing Deb Poland from Faith in Action and her guest Lori Miner. So come on back and we'll tell you what's happening with Faith in Action.
Like father, like son.
Like mother, like daughter.
Grandpa, I want you to see me graduate from high school.
Grandma, I want you to see me graduate from college.
I know tobacco use becomes tobacco addiction.
I know it is very hard to quit.
Please try to quit. I would like to help you if I can.
Please, talk to your doctor or try a stop smoking program.
There are medicines and products to help you quit.
GSAT.
Get
Smart
about
tobacco.
Welcome back. Deb Poland, Executive Director of Faith in Action, and Lori Miner.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me, what is going on?
Faith in Action is a group of volunteers that takes care of primarily senior citizens for free. We do transportation to medical appointments. We do minor housekeeping. We'll make a meal. We'll take you to get your prescriptions. We'll go grocery shopping. We'll get your mail and all kinds of sorts of things like that. And we do everything for free.
That is wonderful. I was on the board years ago.
Yes.
I did my time, and it was wonderful that these volunteers are wanting to help seniors who are either shut-ins, who don't drive anymore,
Right,
just to get them
right.
from point A to point B.
Well, we have about 300 volunteers.
Active volunteers?
Active. They either, we have some people that do things once a month. We have people that do things, pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. We have some drivers that drive our expanded transportation option vans, maybe sometimes 5 days a week. So, yeah. Quite
That's
a few.
terrific.
Yeah, it is. It is. And we have about 740 active care receivers. So that's quite a large group of people. And some
That's
of those
a need. That's a huge
right.
need.
And they need stuff. Some need something once a month or once every 6 months, and some people are more needy and need our help. Like probably a couple times a week.
How do you receive these volunteers? Where do you find these volunteers?
Oh, wow. Used to be way back when Faith in Action started that we would have congregations in churches that would want to get involved in the community. And we would bring those volunteers on board and we would train them, and that they would be our core group of people. We would work with a coordinator at the church, and basically we would contact the coordinator. Well, after a few years, we found that, us contacting a coordinator and a coordinator contacting a volunteer, then the volunteer coming back to the coordinator and coordinator coming, it was a lot of unnecessary steps. So basically, we take volunteers from everywhere. You don't have to be affiliated with a church or any kind of organization. We do with email, which is a great thing now, and everybody has email. We just send out a broadcast for the area. Like if you live in Medina, we'll look for somebody in Medina. If you live in Brunswick, we'll look for somebody in Brunswick. And we send out a broad email to all the volunteers in that group, and then they'll get back to us. Whoever calls us first, gets the assignment. And a lot of our volunteers find that they connect with one of our care receivers, so they'll want to take them a lot. So then once there's a relationship there, we'll always contact that person first. They'll say, please contact us if Mrs. Smith needs to go to the doctor next week. I'll take her. So
Okay, so with Mrs. Smith, how is she going to know that this person is an honest, caring person that's coming to her house?
We do background checks,
Okay.
we ask for references, and we do training.
Okay, let's talk transportation. Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving Miss
All right.
Daisy, yeah.
How does that work? You said in Medina County or outside Medina?
Basically, we
Medina
have
County?
2 separate programs. The first program is our normal Faith in Action program, which is a volunteers. They will come and pick you up, take you to doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, get your mail, hair appointments. You know, we
That
take.
is so
Yeah.
needed.
And in Medina County, okay, just local, and we try and hook you up with a volunteer in your community, so it's convenient. Then the other program is expanded transportation options, and that program is in conjunction with Medina County Transit. It's like a partnership. And they maintain our vans, they make sure they're fueled up, they house them out at the Medina County Transit. It's a really, really great working relationship that we have. And we do all the scheduling out of our office. And if you need to go out of county to a medical appointment, say you need to go to Cleveland Clinic, or Akron General, Southwest, somewhere like that, you can call and schedule the vans. Now you need to call as far ahead of time as you know, because every day they're booked. Okay. We were down to 2 vehicles, and we just got a grant from Northern Ohio Golf Charities, the Bridgestone Firestone, to buy a new vehicle. They purchased the entire vehicle for us.
You applied for that grant?
We applied for that grant, and we just
Wonderful.
bought the car. It's sitting in our parking lot waiting to get decaled and the title to be changed over. So
that
we're
is
very
awesome.
excited.
But otherwise, does the volunteer use their car?
The volunteer in our Faith in Action program uses their own vehicles. And if you need to schedule a ride with one of the vans, you call our office also. And you can just talk with Joellen. She's awesome. She's our scheduler. She will help the senior. So don't be afraid to call and say, I don't know what I need. And we will hook you up.
And she's been connected with Faith in Action
For
years.
4 years.
I thought so.
Yes.
Okay, very
yes.
friendly gal.
Yeah, we love her. She keeps me in line.
Well, beside your grant for this one program, how else are you funded? Lori, you're a board member, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
A third of the funding comes from the United Way. More monies come from fundraisers that we have throughout the year. We have Soup and All That Jazz program that is around Fat Tuesday. We have a golf outing. And last year, one of our biggest fundraisers was the turkey burner on Thanksgiving morning.
Let's go back to the Soup and All That Jazz, because I was at the first one, and that was back in the day when I think it was at Elm Cross.
10 years we've been doing it.
It
It's
was
kind of
small.
evolved. Yeah.
And you guys just made it grow.
It's
I
evolved
mean,
from a fundraiser that we did in the lobby of an assisted living
Yep.
center to the grand ballroom at Weymouth Country Club. So
awesome,
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
And the community bought into it.
They did.
So you have a range of people
yeah,
coming to your fundraiser.
It's fun.
It's great. It's great. Okay, so then your golf outing. I attended that many, many years ago when it was, I think, in Solon, the first one
Now-
was.
It is in LaGrange.
it's in LaGrange.
And it is at a beautiful course.
And when is that?
June 9th.
Yes, June 9th, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
That's kind of evolved also. The VFW post in Medina has taken us under their wing a little bit, and they have been running this golf outing for the past few years. We kind of go and get all the sponsors, and all the guys there do all the work. So it's kind of fun, you know, we get all the money, you know, and all the proceeds, and we do the sponsorship stuff, and they do everything else. So it's kind of taken a load off of us and the office staff.
Really?
Because,
Because that is an
yeah,
adventure.
it is
I
an
mean,
adventure.
Oh, yeah.
But it's it's always totally sold out.
Good. How many players?
116.
And these two faces are always in the community doing volunteer work. So I see you guys involved in everything every fundraiser. Because Medina County is a very active county for fundraisers.
It is.
And for the senior arena, we do a lot of fundraising. And we try to help as many seniors as we possibly can. And that's why I really believe in Faith in Action, because you are there for Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Smith, who is homebound,
Right.
who needs help.
And you know, anymore, it's just not the senior population that we've been helping. It's kind of evolved. I mean, if there's someone that needs chemo, radiation, kidney dialysis, I mean, we've been taking them with all the budget cuts and all the funding cuts across the board. We've picked up where we can. A couple years we got a grant from American Cancer Society, and to provide transportation to cancer patients, and we're working on getting that back. They did away with it for a couple years, but you know, we're trying to show them that, you know, I mean, in some of these appointments were 5-6 days a week. So yeah, and it's hard. It's hard for seniors now because their families are, you know,
Out of town,
out of
state,
town, or they
employed.
have to work and they have children, and you know, there's not a stay-at-home mom anymore that can help with the parents. And you know, if the parent's ill and they're missing work constantly, you know, that's not good for them. So, you know, I mean, I think our program's just a win-win for everybody involved.
That sounds great. Tell me about your turkey burner. What was
Turkey
it?
burner, Thanksgiving morning, we do a 5K race out at Hinckley Reservation. It is last year was our first year. It was an awesome year. I know this year will be even, it's amazing.
How many participants did you have?
There were 400 last year.
Over.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah.
We had
Where did you just put the word out and
Yeah.
the ad, and the runners came running?
Runners
They
came
came
running.
That
Dressed like turkeys.
Yes. Also had a scavenger hunt for the children. So
Oh, that's
families
good.
came to run, the children could do the scavenger hunt. It was a family, nice early event. Go and have your dinner afterwards. It was nice.
Well, then you could
We said the idea was to burn your turkey off before you eat it.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was,
And then the same day, when Home Instead Senior Care, when we're involved in doing those meals for the homebounds,
Right.
you could stop at Hospice of Medina County at yours truly, and that's breakfast.
oh yeah,
And that's
they
a
did their
donation to
fundraiser,
hospice.
yep.
Yeah, so that's a busy morning.
Yes.
It is
That's
a busy
awesome.
morning.
You know, because a lot of people are alone for holidays. You know, not everybody lives on looking forward to Turkey Day being Turkey Day. I mean, families.
We had a lot of people sign up from out of town because they would be coming home to visit their
visit.
family, and they were looking for something to do in the morning, and yeah, they'd come and run.
Whose idea was that?
It was probably mine and Beth Kilchinman from the Red Cross's idea. Yeah, we came up with it, and we kind of tried to do it the first year we did, the Red Cross did it, and then they gave us the race. So
That is terrific, terrific.
that's because of all of our merger and unmerger, and do we
And-
want to
and-
talk a little bit
Yeah,
about that?
I was going to
Yeah.
bring that up. What happened between you and Red Cross? You were connected, and then
right.
you guys separated?
Red Cross has always run medical transportation programs in the whole country. They have many programs. And Akron has a very active program, and so in order to save money and to try and get more bang for our buck, we thought, okay, we'll try this to merge, save money on overhead costs and things like that. And we merged, and then probably about 3 months after the merger, the American Red Cross nationally came back and said, hey, we're doing all these cuts, we're laying all these people off nationwide in order to save the Red Cross. And they said that they weren't going to support the program. So luckily, we were still in the final stages of trying to merge everything, that we just kind of unmerged and went back to operating just as we did before. So we're here, we're the same, we never changed.
Same
Everything's
building.
good, same building, same phone number, same everything.
Okay.
No one should have ever noticed a difference in any services or anything like that. Everything stayed the same through the merger, through the unmerger, and how we are now.
And what's the lead time when Mrs. Jones calls up and says, okay, I need some help?
We like at least a week,
Okay.
especially if the vans are going to be needed to go out of county, you know, as far advanced as you can. So.
And then you just say, okay, let's say I have a hair appointment on Friday, and do you have someone that could help me through this? So that'll probably take like a week or
Yeah, and longer's better. You know, if you have somebody taking you now and you know they're not going to be able to take you, just call whenever you can.
Okay.
As far in advance as possible is the best.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. Please review the senior calendar because there's a lot happening for you seniors out there. So come on back.
In the year 2000, Brunswick's history found a home at 4613 Laurel Road, now known to our community as Heritage Farm. Its mission is to preserve our past and showcase it for generations to come. Our volunteers have worked for decades collecting and archiving Brunswick's transition from a farming community to a bustling city. But over the years, nature takes its toll on historical artifacts and the places that hold them dear. We need your help to keep the memories safe. Becoming a member of the Brunswick Area Historical Society will help generate the funds necessary to keep the farm and the memories alive. Individual memberships start at just $15. Corporate giving starts at $100. And of course, your volunteer service at Heritage Farm is priceless. Join the drive to save our history. For membership information, visit us on the web at www.brunswickhistory.com.
All of these babies are part of the same family, the Text for Baby family. Text for Baby is a free service for moms during pregnancy and until their baby's first birthday. Each week, moms get free text messages on nutrition, labor, delivery, breastfeeding, immunization, things moms need to know today. And your phone company won't charge you for the text messages. Sign up now. Just text the word baby to 511-411.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Deb and Lori from Faith in Action, the wonderful program in Medina County that helps services seniors for free. Okay, Mrs. Jones is trying to call you by phone. Is she going to get automation or is she going to get a real person?
From 8 to noon, Monday through Friday, she's going to get a real person. There are 2 phone lines that ring in, so if she might have to leave a message. After that, afternoon, they can leave a voicemail. We'll get back to them first thing in the morning. We also have the email at fiamedina.zoominternet.net, so that you can also reach it that way and we can get back via email.
Great. And then in case there's the baby boomers out there that is looking for someone to help mom.
Right.
I mean, we get a lot of out of town, like
Sure.
we were talking earlier, out of town children who call up and say, what can I do with mom? How can I help mom?
Right.
And just let's make sure the public knows that your volunteers cannot go in the home and do like
No hands
safety issues or anything.
Hands-on care is out.
Mm-hmm.
Maintenance as far as safety equipment like handrails and stuff. We used to do that stuff, but it's just become such a liability. Our
Oh, it is,
insurance
yeah.
won't cover us.
Okay, your volunteers. How can I volunteer?
You can call us or email us. We will send you an application. You fill out the application, 2 references. We do your background check. We have a training manual.
How long does training take when you
A couple times a year we teach a training class.
Okay.
If you'd like to come to the class, and we have a training manual that Medina County Senior Net a couple years ago gave us a grant to write our manual. And we'll provide you with the manual, and we'll I'll sit down with our volunteers, or Joellen, and we'll make sure they know, what you can and cannot do, and they can attend the training when we have training. But we don't say a volunteer can't volunteer until they get the training. But you must need your background check, and you must need your references, because we just want to be careful who we're sending into someone's home to help them. Yeah. And we want the seniors to feel comfortable.
And I always say there's so much collaboration in Medina County.
There is.
So the connections that we all know, and the go-to organization to go to, I mean, it is people helping people.
And even if we can't help you, we will try to find the person that can. So anytime a senior has a question or doesn't know where to go, they can always call, and we will try to figure it out for you. And we're always looking for volunteers. Okay. So my favorite group of volunteers are people who are just retiring and they're going to be bored. Right? In your retirement, you're going to be bored.
And the wife wants to send the husband out of the house.
Exactly. So that's the husband drivers that we need when your wife wants to kick you out. We will put you to work. The training program for volunteers for the vans is a little more extensive, and that's where our little cooperation with Medina County comes in. Their transit department trains those drivers, and it's a little more extensive. You have to have a drug test and all that stuff too.
What about the license? Do you have
and you have to drive. You don't have to have a CDL, but we have to do a driver's license check and stuff on you to do that. And it's a little more time consuming, but those drivers just have a great time.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They do. It just makes them, I know they feel important. They feel like they're worthwhile. They're taking these people that, need rides to these medical appointments just to keep them in their homes longer, to keep them from going to assisted living,
That's the goal. Keep them safe in their homes. As we age, we know that cooking doesn't come easy anymore. Just doing household chores, like you said.
Right.
So
I would say we have at least a dozen that we do things like come in and change their sheets. They can do everything else, but that's hard for them to do. And, we go and do that stuff. Run the vacuum, or,
Do you cut grass?
We do not cut grass.
Now, do you have connections for younger kids?
We do have connections. We will refer, we have a couple lawn care companies that will do quite a deal for the seniors. So, we can hook you up with that person if that's something that you need. It's more important than ever that we get people to volunteer. Please, even if you have one time a month that you can volunteer, on your day off to help a senior, or if you're free and you want to do more than that, like drive our ETO vans, please call us. Our phone number is 330-952-0342, and you can call our phone line Monday through Friday from 8 to noon. We have somebody that answers the phone for us, and we'll get an application out to you, and we'll be happy to have you.
Great, great. And it's, like you said, the relationships that they make the bond between the...
And the friendships that have been formed,
sure.
It's awesome, pretty awesome.
Well, thanks for coming on my show this month.
Thank you.
And much luck to you. And I hope those volunteers come ringing that telephone.
Oh, we hope. Yeah. Even though, I said we have 300 some volunteers, it's just never enough.
Never enough. The seniors are out there.
We always need more help.
And it's a wonderful organization.
Thank you. We try
So
hard.
if you're interested, what Deb said, she gave you the numbers, the emails. So if you want to hear more about Faith in Action, give them a call. Thanks for joining us this month, and we'll see you next month.
It's time for the official launch of summer, Brunswick's Old Fashioned Days, June 20th through 24th on the Brunswick High School campus. New this year, daily parades through the festival grounds, including a pet parade, baby parade, bicycle parade, and motorcycle parade, with the grand finale of the Grand Parade along Route 303 on Sunday, with a big twist. This year, Old Fashioned Days honors the memories of two dedicated firefighters who recently passed away. Fred Hoffman, founding member of the Brunswick Hills Township Fire Department, and Jim Wagaman, Brunswick Fire Chief Emeritus and founding member of Old Fashioned Days. Join the fun as Old Fashioned Days attempts to break the Guinness World Record for the most fire trucks in a parade. The current record is 159, held by a city in Switzerland. If you'd like to be part of the parade, applications are available on the Old Fashioned Days website at www.oldfashioneddays.com or at the Brunswick Rec Center. Exciting rides will be back with the assistance of the fine folks at Bates Brothers Amusements, providers of Old Fashioned Days fun since 2003. We congratulate Bates Brothers for continually receiving the best maintenance, performance, and safety records of any amusement company in the state. Combine the exciting rides with some of the best vendors and food in the area, and it's an event you don't want to miss. Many exciting contests will accompany the festivities, including a decorated fingernail contest, beard contest for the men, a scavenger hunt that could earn you $100, and a new secret contest for kids on Sunday evening. You can also help find the best pizza in Brunswick. Add a talent search on Friday, the karaoke contest on Saturday, and a cornhole tournament, and there's sure to be something for everyone in the family. Entertainment abounds at this year's Old Fashioned Days Festival. Saturday's highlight is Mr. Speed, a KISS tribute band, recently crowned the best in the world, and all of their members are right here from Medina County. Here's the rundown of the main stage events. Wednesday at 8 p.m., Wanted, Cleveland's premier Bon Jovi tribute band. Thursday at 7, The Caliber Band, featuring top 40s country music. Friday at 8 p.m., After Midnight covers all of your favorite 70s hits. Saturday at 8:30, it's Mr. Speed. And Sunday at 5, we close out the festival with dance favorites from La Flavor. On Wednesday at 7 p.m., the Smokin' Fez Monkeys put a modern twist on a jug band on the second stage. Thursday at 7, break out the lederhosen for tunes from the Chardon Polka Band. Cold Blue Steel rocks the second stage with tunes ranging from the Beatles to Pearl Jam on Friday at 7 p.m. And on Saturday at 7, it's classic rock and blues with the Howlin' Cats. One of the highlights of our festival is the annual crowning of the Old Fashioned Days Queen. The Queen and her court have represented our community at over 400 events over the past 3 years. The pageant will be held on Saturday, June 16th at the Polaris Christian Church, with winners announced following Sunday's Grand Parade. On Wednesday evening, join us for another exciting balloon launch, and don't forget the annual fireworks show on Thursday at 10. Brunswick's Old Fashioned Days was voted Festival of the Year in 2000 and home to the casting of the Ohio Bicentennial Bell in 2003. The event is fully staffed by volunteers from our community and beyond. Best of all proceeds from the event are donated to area charities. For more information, contest applications, and a complete schedule of events, visit our website at www.oldfashioneddays.com. Brunswick Old Fashioned Days 2012, June 20th through 24th on the Brunswick High School campus.
Hello, my name is Cindy Schneider, and I'm the Executive Director of the Hands Foundation. We are a county-wide nonprofit dedicated to helping improve the quality of life for Medina County seniors. If you have any questions regarding any type of senior issues, please don't hesitate to call us at 216-780-4135 or visit our website at www.hands-foundation.org. Thank you.